Give y'all some time to show up. We gotta talk about the surfing Bro Opps. Them niggas is surfing Bro Opps. They was like friends, but they wasn't friends. Bodie and Johnny Utah. There we go.
So, bro was getting his surf on. You out here practicing your shooting, and you was a marksman. You out here in the rain with the let me brush my hair from in front of my face.
There we go. What up? What up? What up? Give y'all some time to pull up. What's up, y'all? How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Wolverine. Wolverine. What up, Master? Magnetism. What's the word, brother? How are you? Hope you're doing phenomenally well. Hope you're killing it. This shit looks, I just realized this, it looks backwards. Wish it wouldn't do that. All right. What's the word? What's the word? We get a chance to listen to. I'm sober today. I don't have any drink in my hand. Did we listen to the we check out the Bro Opps? Gary Busey's teeth need a support and actor nomination. Those teeth are crazy. They can't be his real teeth though. He must have got like veneers, but like bad veneers, because those teeth are crazy, yo. They're just like this. Ugh. Also, I want to talk about the fact that Donald Tillery, great video, sir. Yeah, I appreciate you, brother. Yeah. Again, I wasn't allowed to monetize for this video, so anything, if y'all want to send any donations my way, is greatly appreciated. Because I don't know what it is. It's like a company that pulls up and they be like, yo, you can't use this, but it's not the movie company, it's some other company. It's weird. And I don't really trust it, but I also know that if you dispute something and you lose, then it can hurt your channel. So I don't even want to do that. Or they might be like, you can't use it at all because you tried to dispute it. So I was like, let me just put this video. Honestly, I just putting this video out for y'all. And I think the next one I might do is between the Goonies and Class Act. But I might do Class Act over the Goonies and then do the Goonies next. And I'm thinking for October, since it's Halloween month. Appreciate you, brother, Master of Magnetism. I'm thinking since it's Halloween next month that I might just do horror movies, but we'll see. You know, I forgot a lot about Point Break, but I didn't forget that whole that dog getting thrown at him was crazy. He did after his motorcycle crash. Oh, okay, got you. So that's why because I heard he had like bugged out. He kind of went crazy, Gary Busey. Also, I feel like my homegirl right here, is mad underrated. She was fire in the 90s. And she has the coolest voice. Her voice isn't, I've never heard a voice like her. Laura Petty's voice is fire. The dog loud was ill. Yo, he picked up a whole pit. First of all, how the dog, Bodie was ill that he could stop mid chase and grab a dog and the dog just let him do it. I think Gary being a lunatic is unrelated to his motorcycle accident, but who knows? Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, Michael. Um, but I know he did have that accident and that, What's up with some old school video commentary? LeBron, Ryan, how I say it? I'm just gonna say LeBron. Um, I don't know. There's a homie. Shout out to Prime Commentary. I think he started doing that. For like videos that he grew up on. So I don't, maybe that's something that me and him could do together. I might reach out to him, but I kind of don't want to venture into that territory that he got into. Tank Girl was lit as hell. I saw Tank Girl as a kid, and it was just a weird ass fucking movie that I still don't understand to this day. Like I don't understand Tank Girl. I don't know what happened, but I know it's based off a comic book. Gary Busey is the poor man's Nick Nolte. Homie was on all the same drugs. Sir Foo-Fops, the Count of Skibbity Paps. You might be correct. Gary Busey and them teeth was crazy though. I heard he had become like look that don't look like real teeth, bro. Those can't be real teeth, yo. Do Red Sonja. You think I could Alex Black? You think I should do Red Sonja before I do Conan the Barbarian? You should do the old Clash of the Titans movie. You know what? That showed up on my For You page the other day when I was like looking at stuff. And I was like, I should do the old Clash of the Titans because I enjoy that movie a lot. You and Ace Vane need to collab like yesterday. Yeah, that's a fact. I have an idea, but I have to figure out a way. If anybody knows any animators or something like that, I got to figure out a way because the idea I have, I need it to be animated. Um, but I do got an idea that would be cool for us to do. So or Highlander. Highlander's another one. I need to be writing these down again. Highlander's a good one. I've been thinking about Highlander, Clash of the Titans. I got to do the Goonies because y'all won't let me rest until I do it. But Class Act is probably the next one I'm gonna do. Harry Hamlin, Clash of the Titans would be very good. That movie was the shit. That movie was classic. I used to watch it all the times as a kid. I looked up if PETA had anything to say about the dog throwing scene and couldn't find anything, but Humane Society did investigate and said it was okay. Apparently, they cut away and used the fake. Oh, when he kicked the dog, right? Because they did that mad fast when he kicks the dog. Because he punts the dog. First of all, you can't just punt that type of dog. Like those dogs are strong. The way he kicked that dog, I'm like that shit would not work, bro. He just kicked somebody's dog. That was crazy, yo. I didn't show that in there because I didn't want to get in trouble. Gary Tyndall, appreciate you. So imagine. Sorry I missed last week. I was asleep. I work nights out here in Cali. With your whole ass. Yeah. It's all good, Gary, man. I'm glad you're here today. Yeah, last weekend was I ended up why did I pop on late? I forget why I popped on late last weekend, but was I shooting a video? I think I was shooting a video, so that's why I popped on late last weekend. Have you done Never Ending Story yet? No, Juno Mars, I've never done Never. See, I gotta start now. Y'all got mad new suggestions for me, so I gotta start writing them down. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Also, I want to say this is the thing that I've been thinking about when I was watching Point Break, and I told my brother, and I say it in the video. I don't know if Johnny Utah is the hero of that movie, of this movie, bro. I don't know if Johnny Utah is the hero of this movie, bro. Cause he really, he really like, if you think about it, and I was arguing with Pumpkin, that's Black Guy Tonight that being here. I don't know where he's at right now, but I was arguing with him about this. I was like, nah, I think Johnny Utah was kind of a self-serving asshole. Because first and foremost, the older partner had let it go. He talked him into getting into that situation to chasing those dudes down. Bodie and them was robbing banks, but there was no casualties. He had a dude with him that was a known killer, and they wasn't getting into no shit because he wasn't, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think that he was ever gonna have anything happen to that girl. I think he was just using that as leverage, but he knew that he could get. I don't think like Johnny got his partner killed. He lied to Shorty and used her dead parents as a way to like build a relate. How you gonna build a relationship off of a lie? Johnny Utah was trash, yo. That even here, if you look at that shit, Bodie was really hurt. He was like, "Damn, I thought this was my bro. This nigga just shot at me. It's crazy." I'm just saying. Bodie and them was going years without no incident. Nobody got killed. They just stole some money from a bank that was assured, like whatever, and got away with it for years. And then the moment he decided that he was gonna get into it, all of this crazy stuff started happening. People got killed and all of that stuff. I'm like, yo, bro, don't get me wrong. Bodie bugged out too because he should have just let it go and left. Once because they didn't, even though he knew it was them, he didn't have no evidence that it was them. So once that happened, he's supposed to just let it go, and they should have just left town and never came back. Because I'm like, oh, he know that we can't get lit there no more. We gotta go somewhere else. But Bodie bugged out by not letting it go. That was his fault, his demise. But I'm like, yo, Johnny Utah's a liar, bro. I get it, he was an undercover cop, but I'm like, yo, come on, bro. Lied to Shorty. I did the Warriors already, Andres Martinez. Y'all gotta look at the long form playlist. I did that a while ago, actually. Johnny Utah, Zach Morris, and Ferris Bueller are trash. Sounds like a movie I did beat. That's a fact. All right, so what y'all said? Clash of the Titans. Clash of the Titans. We said Clash of the Titans. We said what was the other movie? There was some movies. I'm sorry, I was writing on the board and I was running my mouth. If you're doing horror movies for October, how about one of them be full of clips? Master of Magnetism, you got it. I know you've been asking for that movie. I have to watch it, but yeah. How about Critters? We said Critters. Never Ending Story. Highlander. Clash of the Titans. Highlander. Never Ending Story. Never Ending Story would be good. Even though I don't remember the first movie that much. 8 millimeters, colors falling down, Silence of the Lambs would be good. Do Blackula. Blackula, okay. How long is that movie? How long is the movie Blackula, bro? The Rock with Nicolas Cage. Never in the story, someone hypothesized that Bodie knew Bill and Ted was the ops from Jump. Please do. Johnny, yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, the Warriors has been done, so y'all gotta check it. Bodie was doing fine. They stole a little guap, but nobody was hurt until Neo Wick came along. That's a fact, yo. People forget that Bodhi Sativa is a character who prolongs his own nirvana to open the door for others' nirvana. You gotta do Pulp Fiction just for Samuel L. Jackson scenes that John Travolta is mad annoying in that movie. Alex Black, you're not the first person to ask me about Pulp Fiction. I just don't really like that movie, so I haven't been interested in watching it. I know it's a classic, but I just never loved that movie. All right, let's go back to the Blackula. How long is the movie Blackula? I got Clash of the Titans, Highlander, Never Ending Story, Blackula. But yeah, man, Johnny Utah, Johnny Utah was it ruined everything with his bow-legged ass. Ruined everything with his bow legs. And this is the longest Saw Imagine I've done thus far. This is 13 minutes. I don't think I've had anyone. The Coraline one. Did y'all watch the Coraline one? I feel like the Coraline one went underrated, and I feel like the last couple of Soul Imagines I've done, maybe they haven't been optimized as much, but they haven't done as many views as like since the Prince one. The Prince one did 11K. Angels in the Outfield is a good one. Ever think of doing 70s Trevor Parker? Ever think of doing 70s kung fu movies like Enter the Dragon, of Five Fingers of Death? Uh Yeah, I would do Enter the Dragon because I love that movie. Five Fingers of Death, I don't think I've ever seen, but I would definitely do Enter the Dragon because I love that movie. I definitely love that movie. What y'all think about the song at the end of the of the Point Break? So Imagine. Coraline was a good one. Appreciate your name withheld. On average, do the ones you put out midweek do as good as the Sunday premieres? I wonder if the Sunday vids do better because they have corresponding live stream. Yeah, I think so. I think you might be correct. I think Coraline, I just didn't. Coraline was cool. I think just because you put it out during the week, we didn't really talk about it. Yeah, that's a fact. I think I should have every time I do one, I should do a live stream to talk about it. So yeah, you're 100% correct. And I'm closer to figuring out the weird science one. So be on the lookout for like a link to a Patreon page, and y'all will be able to watch it for free. But it'll have like my Venmo and all that information on it if y'all want to like donate to me for it or whatever like that. But I think I'm closer to figuring that one out. So that'll just pull up. That'll just show up at one point. You know what I'm saying? Bow-legged chase actually slap. Bow-legged chasing. Angel, evil twin, hardball. Blackula is 93 minutes. That might be perfect, actually. I might have to do Blackula, bro. Pause. Yeah, y'all might be right. I might need to always do a live to talk about what we're doing. Did you get to watch an episode of Captain Simeon and Space Monkeys? You've been telling me about that show for forever. I have not watched it yet. Where can I find it at? Is it on YouTube, Master of Magnetism? Or will I have to like go through Amazon or something like that? Full Metal Jacket, Barzell. Full Metal Jacket is a fucking classic. Never Ending Story. Andres Martinez. I'm definitely gonna get to that one. But I keep getting asked about the Goonies, so I think I'm gonna do that soon too. But Class Act might be the next one. You gotta find a good episode of Electric Company. That would be bananas. Tell me, Sir Foo Fops. Why don't you find an episode for me and let me know which one I need to check out? Five Fingers of Death was a good kung fu flick. Who was in it? Name withheld. It was hilarious. He had a busted knee engaging in a chase. Man, get in the car. Yo, that's a fact. He had a busted knee engaging in a chase. And they was doing basically they going through people's houses and all types of craziness, bro. Shit didn't make no sense. And I would like to say, what a movie is this that's just turned on in the background? I don't know what this is, but I'm just gonna let it go. Um, and I would also like to say, in terms of Point Break, when bro jumped out the helicopter with no parachute and a gun, Fast and Furious could only dream. Like this, Point Break walked so Fast and Furious could run. Bro, he jumped out of an air, no parachute, with the long gun that the Joker be having when he go bang. He jumped out the no parachute, caught up the bro and was like, pull a shoot, bro. It's a thug right there. Straight up thug. Nigerian medic, appreciate you for the $20. Making up for Point Break demonetization. Thanks for the song at the end. Appreciate you, fam. It's a bow-legged chasing. I thought that was hilarious. My girls always talk about we did this song video about the robots that be fighting, and she was like they look bow legged, and so I be saying bow legged too because my brother bow legged. But when she said that, I'm like, you know what? We got to talk about how Keanu Reeves bow legged, and he be bow legged and he be whooping that still. Surf Ninjas. It's indeed on YouTube. Every episode, the last time I checked. Captain Simeon, I gotta do that. I gotta look out for you and do that. Bruce Lee's Game of Death with Kareem. I know that one. That's a classic. I think I am gonna add Enter the Dragon to the list though. I think the minute he almost got his face blended up by a lawnmower, Johnny Utah should have reevaluated just how he approached his job. Yo, dude almost got horror movied. He almost got screamed or I know what you did last summer, bro. He definitely almost got finished. I don't know what he was thinking. I'd have been like, you know what? F this job. Bullet star Mickey Rourke and Tupac. Tupac was in a movie called Bullet. Barzell. Let's keep in mind that the Fast and Furious franchise had a scene where a tank was dragging a giant bank vault and no one died. Or have y'all did y'all see the 18 movie from the 2000s when they was in a tank in the air and they was using the power from the tank gun to like pilot the tank the tank they was in the air and they was using they was shooting the cannonball whatever the shit from the tank to pilot the tank. That shit was dumb as hell. It was guys that did kung fu movies. There was no Bruce Lee or anyone like that in it. Did you see the movie Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man? Nah, my Master Magnetism. What's that about? Tell me about it. What the hell is this? I don't even know what they got on right now. Oh, let me see something. Oh, okay, that's what you were saying. It's a movie called Double Take. I was like, who told him to just play Double Take? Have y'all seen the retro movies that I did? I did these are all old So Imagines, but I did a compilation of all the retros that I did. Demonetization. Thanks for reading through the. Oh, I know exactly what you meant, Nigerian medic. Did you Double Take playing in the back? That's what that was. I turned that off. I don't know what that is. They took a car into outer space in the fast. In fact, yeah. But I mean, Point Break was ridiculous. But to be honest, what he did, I don't know if it's possible, but it didn't seem as it's crazy. But basically, what he did is he just used his momentum the way he learned how to do and caught up to him in the air and then used his parachute. But they pulled it too late. He'd have broke his leg crazy. I did see the 18. I'm pretty sure the Fast and Furious guys were like, yeah, let's look. Use something like that. Camouflage drawers on the outside. Facts. I saw the retro compilation yesterday. James Chase, the retro compilation. I feel like I did the Twilight Zone episodes, and I feel like they didn't get enough respect when I originally did them. But the algorithm going algorithm. But those ones I want to do more Twilight Zone ones that I was asking because I posted that on Instagram. I was like, yo, should I be doing more? Do y'all think that I should be doing more old school cartoons? So I think people did say it. Bow legged chasing. That's facts, James Chase. I was just talking to my daughter about the space part of Fast and Furious. Shake my head. They really took a car into outer space in Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious. The crazy thing about it is, I think people just want ridiculous action movies back because it seems like Jurassic Park made a lot of money, even though I heard the movie is garbage. Um, More than the Fantastic Four and Superman. So I'm like, maybe people just want ridiculous action movies back that don't make no sense. Because Fast and the Furious always makes money. You got to do the movie Ride or Die starring Megan Good and Dwayne Martin. Megan Good and Dwayne Martin. What's that about, Alex Black? Only you made me realize that Point Break is semi copycat of the Lost Boys. Yeah, it is. It is. It's a little bit. It's very Lost Boys-ish. It's very Lost Boys-ish. Only difference is Bodhi wasn't a selfish vampire like the vampires in the Lost Boys are terrible. Gary Tyndall. Yeah, and had Luda and Tyrese in that car. That's crazy, bro. The new Jurassic Park was easily the worst one so far, but the formula is perfect. Everyone likes dinosaurs. That's a fact, though. That's a fact. I guess everybody does like dinosaurs. They need to make a Dino Crisis movie based on the Capcom game. Now that would be fire. A Dino Crisis movie. That's what I want to see. That's the stuff I want to see. The Fast and Furious characters went from car thieves to anime characters. That's a fact. That's a fact. What would be the anime power system? Family? Family. Ride or Die is an action movie from the early 2000s. It's hilarious. Ride or Die. Okay. What's the premise? If the premise is funny enough, I might have to check it out. Look at his crazy ass. Have you considered doing some old spaghetti westerns? A few dollars more might be pretty tight. I could look into some old spaghetti westerns. I watched this movie. It's a western, but it's also black exploitation called Thomasine and Bushrod for like a class I was teaching, and that movie was ridiculous. That reminds me of the Dino Riders movie where the humans use telepathy, but the weird animal people had to brainwash the dinos. Dino Riders, is that like it's a movie? Cartoon, not movie. I heard about Dino Riders, but I never watched that. Boogie Nights. I can't. Boogie Nights is a little too freaky for me to mess with Barzell. Although I would do Boogie Nights on a Patreon probably. Held Up by Jamie Foxx. I vaguely remember that movie. Nigerian Medic. I had Catherine Bigelow's Near Dark vampire movie confused with the Lost Boys for the longest time. What's Near Dark? Nigerian Medic. Is that the one where the girl is trying to kill? She's a vampire and she's trying to kill a mob boss and she accidentally turns him into a vampire. Or Django. Django, I gotta think about. I don't know. So imagine Vin Diesel turning Super Saiyan by yelling, family. That's a fact, yo. Your man Vin Diesel had the family powers, yo. They should make a Cadillacs and Dinosaur movie straight from the Fast and Furious franchise. Metro starring Eddie Murphy. I wanna do um I wanna do the Golden Child. That's what I really wanna do the Golden Child. Um Dwayne Martin plays a PI pursuing a serial killer. Vivica Fox is in it too. Thomasine and Bushrod was an extremely good piece of cinema for what they set out to do. Goldie is an underused actor. You know the funny thing about that, Sir Fufops? I teach in high school, and I had a class where we watched black films and talked about the connection between, the black community in America and stuff like that. And I showed that movie, and I'm telling you, the kids they hated it. With the exception of like maybe two or three kids, they hated that film. I didn't think it was that bad, but they did not like it. Near Dark has a plot similar to The Lost Boys, but R-rated. Okay, Golden Child, hard too. I think Golden Child might be a good one. Catherine Bigelow is in her 70s. Catherine Bigelow is getting busy with them action movies. Cadillac Records with Beyonce plays Etta James. I don't. Is that movie good or bad? I mean, sometimes when the movie is bad, when the movie's bad, it makes it better. But sometimes I got Clash of the Titans, Highlander, Never Ending Story, Blackula, Enter the Dragon. These are the things that I would consider. I think if I did a tier when I let y'all do the suggestions, I would do that would be something where y'all could get me to do Pulp Fiction or something like that. But again, keep in mind that they demonetized my Point Break video. So that means I'm not, I don't make any money off of it just from y'all watching. So if y'all want to donate $2 here and there, y'all can. That'd be helpful. Um American Me starring James Albaugh. I heard about that. Isn't that like a gangster movie? Like a jail movie, American Me? Near Dark came out a little after Lost Boys. That's why a lot of people get those two movies confused. Near Dark is noted for having most of the actors from Aliens playing it. Okay. Let me look at Near Dark. I'm gonna add that. Maybe those are some of the movies I'll think about for October. Cause I definitely want to start off with Chucky. Have you done Young Guns movie? I don't know what that is, Andres Martinez. Didn't realize Point Break was directed by a woman. Yeah, Catherine Bigelow. So Near Dark is a vampire movie. You know, when I first had the idea to do long form soul imagines for movies, one of the first movies I wanted to do was Harry Potter, but I never did it. But that so imagine would be like 20 minutes. I saw Sinners, it was alright. The Superman movie was better than I thought. Superman movie was really good. I thought Sinners was incredible. I really enjoyed it. I watched it twice. Um, yeah, I like Sinners a lot actually. So imagine it's aliens, but y'all vampires this down as a fact. American Me was a prison movie. I was 15. My video store wouldn't let me rent it. Isn't American Me the crazy stuff? I've heard about American Me, but I've never watched it. But I know it's extremely violent, right? What's the movie when the guy ends up arrested in a Turkish prison or something like that, and the guy's burning the bottom of his feet or something like that? My brother always talks about that movie, but I can't remember the name of it. I can't remember the name of that movie. American Me, I think, is something I never watched, so it might be interesting to watch for the first time. I might have to look into that, bro. But yeah, man, Point Break, yo. It took me a while, but I finally Midnight Express. That's the name of it. Harry Potter is Warner Brothers movie, and WB is copyright strikes heavy. I mean, I get away with all the cartoons I do, so. But you're right. That might be an issue. I definitely might not be able to pull off a Harry Potter, so imagine. But I've been able to pull off Blade and some other ones. American Me is about Mexican gangs in prison, I think. Yeah, I've heard about American Me. I've never watched it though. Like I definitely think I'm gonna I think I might start Class Act soon. Also, be on the lookout for a compilation JoJo's Bizarre Adventure video coming soon. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Point Break is one of your best. Yeah, thank you, James Chase. That I wanted to switch it up on y'all and give y'all instead of a rap song of my man brother Jerome in the background. I wanted to look at I wanted to switch it up and do a rock song because I just thought it would be fun. And I have my homie actually do some mixing on it. That yeah, JoJo Nice. Don't forget it. Actually, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I started doing JoJo's Bizarre Adventure videos a long time ago, but I just only did one, and I wanted to keep them up. And then I recently started doing a bunch more. So I'm trying to figure out if I want to do because I got about five of them. I could make a compilation video, but I think I need like two more. Fright Night would be a good one for October. So imagine you're John Wick, but a surfer cop. That's a fact. That's what he was. How about Fist of the North Star has to get done? Y'all really, really, really rocked with the Ninja Scroll one. So Fist of the North Star, I'm definitely gonna have to do for y'all at one point. Cause that Ninja Scroll one did very well. Y'all was on it with the Ninja Scroll joint. Yeah, and I had to find a way to make that not, because that movie is crazy. How about Fist of the North Star might be in there. Friday Night is a good one for the horror movie. Cause I'm thinking um, for the horror movie month that I could do. I could look in the Blackula, Full Eclipse, Near Dark, Chucky. There's a lot of movies that I could do, but I Friday Night I probably should do first. I'm gonna watch Friday Night and then I'm gonna also watch because I love Friday Night. Friday Night is fire. Um, Vampire movies in the '80s are great. So imagine your John. How about Fist of the North Star? I'm gonna put down there. Um, Hold on. Fist of the North Star is a classic. Let's write that down. Fist of the North Star. Ho. Fist of the North. I gotta go see a little. What are we? 30 minutes in. Name of Hell. Phantasm. Mask of the Phantasm. What's Phantasm? You gotta do Santa's Sleigh starring Goldberg as Santa. Like maybe for Christmas. Maybe for December I'll do Christmas movies. And if I do movies, I gotta do Jingle All the Way. That Ninja Scroll joint was mad funny. Please put Akira on your to do list. I had Akira too. Fist of the North Star. Akira. Friday Night I added Sir Foo Fops. Are you asking what it is? Or are you saying should I add it? Santa's Sleigh is a horror movie? Nah, stop it. Like Krampus? Or you got to do the live action Fist of the North Star. I don't want to do that one. I'm sure it's terrible. Because I remember when it came out, my brother was like, this is awful. Young Guns is an 80s movie that starred Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez and Lou Diamond Phillips. Warren G used the intro of the movie on the song Regulators. Okay, I gotta look into that. That horror movie with the silver balls chasing people. Hold on, what? Oh, Phantasm. Okay, okay. Here's another Keanu Reeves movie, 47 Ronin. That was pretty bad. I saw that in the movies. That's how you know how much I fucks with Keanu Reeves. First of all, Point Break cannot do any wrong because it has Keanu Reeves and Patrick Swayze. First of all, Patrick Swayze is Patrick Swayze, bro. Keanu Reeves is Keanu Reeves. Michael Malone, appreciate you, bro. An American Werewolf in London has the best non CGI transformation scene. Yo, see, it's gonna be hard now for me to figure out what horror movies I should do for October. You know what? I did Roadhouse already, Gary Tyndall. You got to go to the So Imagine form playlist is in there. I did that. I did Big Trouble in Little China, The Warriors. There's a bunch of movies in there. Equilibrium starring Christian Bale. It's the Timu version of The Matrix. I remember when that movie came out. Not when it came out, but I remember hearing about that movie. And I'm like, this isn't Equilibrium terrible though? Operation Dumbo Drop starring Danny Glover. Y'all be having some movies. Alex Black, appreciate you. Mike Malone, appreciate you for the $20 and whatnot. And I'm gonna hit you soon. You should do Heavy Metal. It's a cartoon from 1978. It was ahead of its time. James Chase, I know about Heavy Metal. Heavy Metal is freaky too. Indeed, Swayze and Reeves are completely unimpeachable. Now, how about Keanu Reeves' vampire flick? Oh, you talking about Sir Foo Fops? Are you talking about Bram Stoker's Dracula? I would love to do Bram Stoker's Dracula. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put up a post with a bunch of horror movies, and I'm like, which four should I do for October? Because I think October is just gonna be all horror movies. Did you already do Johnny Mnemonic? Nah, I don't know what that is. Uh, Bram Stokers. Bram Stokers. Dracula. That's a good one. Let me see some. Oh, it already went to the 80s joint. Hold on, let's see. Equilibrium was written by someone who must have just read 1984. Brave New World and Fahrenheit 451 back to back over a long weekend. That's a fact. You right, my bad. Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man's synopsis. Biker and cowboy friends rob a bank to save a bar but accidentally steal a drug shipment. Oh, that sounds crazy. Georgia the Jungle starring Brendan Fraser. I remember that movie. American movie. What about Mighty Joe Young? American Werewolf in Paris. That's a good one. American Werewolf in Paris. What's the other werewolf movie from the 80s that was crazy when they was living on a commune? And the woman turns into a werewolf at the end in order to show people that werewolves existed because she gets infected. You know what I'm talking about? Nosferatu for Halloween. The old Nosferatu, the new one. I might not be able to pull up the new one because it just came out. Um, don't know if you can get away with it, but Michael Jackson's Ghost movie. I'd have to find that. I would do Patrick Swayze's Ghost. The Iron Giant is a good one. Eclipse. James Chase, Eclipse, what's that? Sup Pumpkin in the background. He finally showed up. Oh no. He's in the house. Equilibrium is a really good movie and it's not a Matrix ripoff. It's a 1984 ripoff. I remember Equilibrium not being great, but I think also the problem is Equilibrium came out around the time the Matrix came out, so and the Matrix is something I would do. You got to do the Jackson 5 movie from the 90s with Jason Weaver. I remember that movie, classic. You're watching Silverhawks in the background. 80s kids remember that. Oh, this is my version of Silverhawks. This is my recaps. Damn, I'm late. Sorry, bro. It's all good, Pookie McFisty. I'm gonna be on here for another 5 6 minutes. Is the werewolf common move? Yes, the howling. The Howling is a classic. I love that movie. 80s movies. I love those movies. Werewolf movie starring Christina Ricci. I don't know no werewolf movie starring Christina Ricci. Fresh. Classic. Dark City is basically the Matrix, but better, except for the last 5 minutes with the Professor X mind powers fight. Dark City, I don't know what that is. Have you done the show V? No, but I know that's a movie from the 80s that might be good. Released the same year too. Johnny Mnemonic is the Matrix before the Matrix. A data courier must deliver life-saving information before the data kills him, or the Yakuza gets his head. Johnny Mnemonic. Is that the movie that was like animated or something like that? Who's in there? Is that Keanu Reeves and Johnny Mnemonic? Unmasked Magnetism? But yeah, all right. So we got for the horror movie ideas, we got Blackula, we got Near Dark, we got Fright Night, Bram Stoker's Dracula, American Werewolf in London, The Howling. Love your B underscore Cove 1016. Love your content. It's not much, but I wanted to support. That's more than much. B underscore Cove 1016. That's definitely more than enough, bro. Like y'all understand, if everybody in here gave me $2, that's already enough. Like it helps. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Ice tea on it. Ooh, leprechaun in the hood. Leprechaun in the hood, bro. Leprechaun in the hood, a black movie and horror movie for fucking Halloween. Have you done Dust Till Dawn? No, I haven't. Survivor. There's so many horror movies I would do. Leprechaun in the Hood is a good one. If y'all had to, if we had to choose between Cursed, I don't know what Cursed is. If we had to choose between, all right, so like, cause what I might do is I'll be like, I'm not gonna do three vampire movies, but the vampire movies I have here: Fright Night, Bram Stoker's Dracula, and Near Dark. If you had to choose from those three to be one of my So Imagines, which one would you choose? A Dust Till Dawn can be added to. And Dust Till Dawn, which one would you choose? Johnny Mnemonic was dude who let cyber criminals smuggle sensitive information in his brain. Ice T and Keanu Reeves. Okay. By the way, your last retro compilation was dope. You got to be the first dude to put Charlie Brown and Twilight Zone in the same video. It all makes sense. Asante Moy, I appreciate you, brother. Like, yeah, that shit was fun to do. Those are actually old videos that I did a long time ago. But I want to do Horton Hears a Who, and I want to do some more Charlie Brown. So be on the lookout for more more of those. Predator 2 is basically Predator goes to the hood. Predator 2 is a horror movie too. So maybe that would be Dust Till Dawn. So y'all would pick Dust Till Dawn over Fright Night? So if I had Near Dark, Fright Night, Bram Stoker's Dracula, and Dust Till Dawn, which one would you think would be the funniest though? Because I don't know if I think Bram Stoker's Dracula might be the funniest one. Michael Malone, that's the man. Thanks. I mean, that's a tough choice. Um, Dust Till Dawn. Yep, and Ice T. Leprechaun in the Hood is definitely happening. Dracula would definitely be the top pick. A lot of out of pocket shit in Dust Till Dawn. Dust Till Dawn is a good one. Fucking Fright Night is a good one. Fright Night and Lost Boys might be too similar though. Bram Stoker's Dracula would be mad wild funny, yo. Have you ever seen Shadow of the Vampire? Nah, what's that, bro? Put me on Dracula would be funny, honest. That's what I'm thinking. Bram Stoker's Dracula might be funny. The Dracula movie with Gerard Butler and Omar Epps would be hilarious. There's a Dracula movie with Gerard Butler. Is that Dracula 2000? That stupid ass movie. Monster Squad. Pukey McFisty. Monster Squad is already on my list. Might be for this month. Barzell, appreciate you. Halloween 2007, directed by John Rob Zombie. I saw that movie. That shit was good. That was a good ass movie. Dracula 2000, that's silly ass. I seen that in the movies. I was bugging. I went to the movies to see that. I was bugging. I went to the movies to see that. Little Monsters. I fucking hate that movie. Little Monsters. I remember it though. That's some 80s bullcrap right there. They ended up in California. Had to call their parents. Booty shorts. I mean, the name Curse is the name of the Christina Ricci werewolf movie. Malone. Oh, got you. Say less, say less. Lord of Salem, also directed by Rob Zombie. Is that good, Lords of Salem? Dracula 2000 was made specifically for Hot Topic kids. Dracula Untold. I like Dracula Untold though. That was like when they kind of made him a hero. Yeah, I think if I had to choose between vampire movies, Bram Stoker's Dracula might be the funniest one. American Werewolf in London it might win over The Howling, but The Howling was great too. Leprechaun in the Hood has to get done. Untold was tough. Tales from the Hood, I might have to add there. Lords of Salem was not good. It wasn't good, Michael Malone. um, Tales from the Hood. Lords of Salem is a slow burn, makes you feel dirty. Really? Yeah, I wasn't. I'm not a big fan of Rob Zombie movies. I remember he did The House of a Thousand Corpses, and I just was like, this is just gory and creepy just to be creepy. Although the sequel to it was kind of alright. The sequel to it was alright. I forget the name of that when there was a manhunt for them. That one was kind of alright. Name with hell, yes. All right. I think I've been on here long enough, y'all. What I'm finna do is hop off the live. Thank you to everybody who donated. If you didn't get a chance to donate, and you Devil's Rejects was fire, yeah. If you didn't get a chance to donate, you can still donate after the video on one of the other videos. This is definitely like this is good because thank you a lot for this because it definitely hurt to not be able to monetize, but it's all good. Um, I will let y'all know soon what's going on with the weird science video, but I think it's gonna be on my Patreon, and but it'll be on there for free, so y'all can watch it. And hopefully sometime this week, let's see. With your hoe ass. Shadow of the Vampire synopsis. An obsessed director secretly hires a real vampire to play the lead in his silent Nosferatu with terrifying consequences. When did this movie come out, Master of Magnetism? How about Death by Temptation? Much was filmed in Harlem. You'd like it. Okay, I'll look into that. And yes, Monster Squad. Monster Squad might get done this month actually. I might make this month after like we just did Point Break. I think I'm gonna do Class Act next, and then we might get into Goonies. I might make this the kids being kitty rascals month. Blackula. I'm gonna add Blackula, but I think Blackula would have to go against Leprechaun in the Hood, and I don't know what's better, dude. Yes, Monster Squad. All right, let me skedaddle, y'all. Thank y'all for pulling up to the live. Thank y'all for always supporting. New stuff on the way. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure compilation on the way. Be on the lookout for that. And I think the next thing we're gonna do is Class Act. William Defoe and John Malkovich starred Shadow of Vampire, with the former playing the vampire. Hmm. Peace, peace. Skedaddle. Which